Welcome to the final episode of our John Muir Trail thru hike. If you've missed any of the previous episodes, I'll link the playlist up here in the cards. If you followed along thus far, I really appreciate it, and if you've enjoyed the videos, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. This particular episode picks up after we've left Tuolumne Meadows and we're at Soda Springs. You won't want to miss watching Mike try to get a drink from the springs with his backpack on. It's truly worth the price of admission. So follow along as we pass Cathedral Peak, Half Dome, Nevada Falls, and make our way down into Yosemite Valley. And stay tuned to the channel if you're interested in how we actually got back to Ohio, and if you're wondering how you logistically figure out your travel if you don't know when you're going to finish and you're halfway across the country. So I hope you've enjoyed the journey thus far, and I hope you enjoy the conclusion.
Serious, guys. Hopefully nothing falls out. Oh no, that would sink really bad.
You're going.
Oh no! What's coming? I should have took my pack off.
How you gonna get your face down there?
You should.
So this is Mike trying to get a drink out of Soda Springs with his pack on.
Someone hold my hand.
He can't get his face down there low enough. I'm not sure he thought this through very well. Your hat's gonna fall off. Did you get it?
Mm-hmm. Is it good? Honestly, guys, pretty good.
Oh, you're gonna hit you're not gonna make it underneath the thing.
No.
You're gonna get oh goodness. That was worth the point. That was worth the 0.1 miles of walking up here just to watch that.
How'd you rate your experience?
I'm telling you guys, that's really good water. I wouldn't mind just
So you can see the water bubbling up here at Soda Springs. It comes up out of the ground. It's got a nice little film on top, and so Mike was just drinking out of it. Looks like somebody spilled some gasoline on top.
guys, try it. I'm serious.
I feel like I gotta try now. I just want to take my pack off and try it.
It would be so much easier. Scoop it up with your hand, or with 1,000 things different than what I did.
The water is kind of bubbling up here and other places down through here too. You can see there and over there as well. So pretty interesting. Trey getting him a drink.
He lied.
Apparently,
It was delicious.
apparently Trey did not like it as well as Mike did.
Ugh, it was so nasty. I cannot believe he put me.
Oh goodness. So we walked up the 0.1 miles from the J&T to Soda Springs. And it might have been worth it just to watch Mike try to get down there and get a drink. But that was pretty funny. There's Cathedral Peak up to our left. We've got under 20 miles to Yosemite Valley. It is 10 to 11, so pretty sure we don't have 20 miles in us today, but we'll get as close as we can to allow us to get in there early tomorrow morning and maybe get a little laundry done, at least get on a bus to maybe a train or a rental car or whatever gets us to an airplane. I think there was a movie about that with John Candy and somebody else, like Planes, Trains, and Automobiles or something. But we were informed there's about a 2-mile burn area up here. I think that's as we get down closer to Yosemite Valley, but we'll find out about that here, you know, either later today or tomorrow. We're hiking near this Cathedral Meadow. We're up at around 9,700 feet. You can see the sheer rock faces on that side. Cathedral Peak is back behind me there. You might not be able to see it because of the trees, but over on this side, lake, more of a meadow, and more rock. So, well, we believe this to be the highest point of this section of the trail, and I guess our last pass. It's not officially listed on one of the maps as Cathedral Pass, but we believe that's where we are. So you can kind of see in the distance there, mountains out that way. Obviously there's mountains behind us. Look at that mountain of a man back there behind us, and Mike. To the left, we got mountains. Up to the right, I mean, we're just kind of surrounded this 360 view. Probably around 11 miles to where we're going to camp tonight. It's not noon yet. If Trey's feeling froggy, maybe we'll go even further. I don't know. We'll see how things go. I mean, Trey's been slowing us down. He's such a slow hiker and in such poor shape. Just kidding. We can't keep up with him. That's the problem. And Mike said this is the first pass. He was actually with us on the pass as we went over it.
How it feels.
Now he knows how it feels to be together on the pass. We're continuing to make our way down toward Yosemite Valley. I don't know if you can see behind me there, but that haze, I believe, is smoke. They said there's a few active fires going on in the park in general. We should not be in any danger from any of these fires, but there is still some smoke, as you can tell. And back there, maybe on those mountains, some haze, and we can see that up in front of us too. We're continuing along, making decent progress. We did run into a couple that said if we were going to plan on stopping at Little Yosemite Valley, to just head on down into Yosemite Valley and Happy Isles, but we'll see whether we make it that far today or not. We're still looking at options as far as transportation is concerned. Well, we made it out of that burn area. The trail was pretty overgrown in spots. I'm sure Mike and Trey will have something to say about the briars that were there along the edge of the trail because of the overgrowth after the prior burn. So I'll be curious to hear from them. They're back behind me somewhere. We're almost to the junction as to where the trail goes off to Clouds Rest, and should get a pretty good view of Half Dome here in just a few minutes. So I'll show you that when we get there. This may be one of the best views of Half Dome we get this trip. We considered trying to get a permit to climb up Half Dome and adding it on to our backcountry permit, but logistically it just didn't work out. But we're walking right next to it here. I'll turn you around so you can see it instead of me. But pretty amazing nonetheless. Guess that just gives me an excuse to come back to Yosemite Valley at some point so we can go up Half Dome and maybe Clouds Rest and some of these other places that we've never been before. So much to explore, so little time. Came around the corner here. I'll give you one more shot of it, and then we'll turn the camera off. There it is in all its glory. Pretty cool. Well, we made it to the intersection where the Mist Trail cuts off from the John Muir Trail. I think Mike and Trey are going to head down the Mist Trail, and we're going to meet back up where the John Muir Trail and the Mist Trail intersect down below. So I'm going to continue on it. I still got about 4 miles to go. Should have enough daylight. Be a little, not moving as fast as we were at the beginning of the day, are we, Trey?
Not even close.
Not even close. Mike's back there somewhere, so Trey's filtering a little water. I've got plenty to get me down, so I'm gonna let them filter water and leave Trey responsible for our only water filter that has survived the trip so far. And hopefully we don't really need it much more beyond today. So I'm gonna head on and we'll see them down the trail. Made it here to the top of Nevada Falls. There's Liberty Cap up behind me as we continue down toward the falls this way. I've been up here once before. We hiked, Mike and Kathy and I hiked the Mist Trail up to this area and then back down a little portion of the John Muir Trail. Just to give you an idea, there's the falls going down that way. I'll walk down to the other overlook area real quick and see if we can get a little bit of a better view. Let's see. I think we have to walk all the way around to get down there, so I think I'll get you the view from the trail down below, but you can see as the falls go over there. We'll cross over that bridge to continue on the John Muir Trail. Show you the view from the bridge. As the falls drop away, down that way, and then upstream at the Merced River that way. And then we'll continue along the John Muir Trail to make our way on down to Yosemite Valley. Here's a better view of Nevada Falls. This is from the John Muir Trail as it continues on down. You can kind of get a pretty good look at it over there with Liberty Cap there in the background. So, pretty fantastic. I'd only had to wait just a few minutes for Mike and Trey, but we're making our way down the Mist Trail. Not sure if you can see it up there, but that's Vernal Falls in the distance. Mike and Trey came down past it. The John Muir Trail does not go directly past it, but this is the river as it continues to travel down. So we got less than a mile left. We'll get you a little video at the southern terminus of the JMT, and we'll get a picture at that point too. Kind of curious how much different we look. I feel like I've probably lost some weight, and I know my hair is a mess and my beard is a mess, but I don't know. We'll find out. We're taking our last few steps on the John Muir Trail. The trail does continue on around over there, but this is where things start, at least on our map. So I don't see any kiosk or anything here, but this is really officially the end of our journey at the northern terminus. So Mike's trying to run down that way, but I don't know whether he's gonna. His run was a sight to behold. Sorry I didn't get that on video. But we're continuing on down this direction. There's heading back into Yosemite Valley. We'll have to cross over into Happy Isles. But officially we're done. We'll get a picture here in just a minute and commemorate and see how different we look from 17 days ago. One thing we know for sure is that Trey has lost all of his gains. His muscles have visibly shrunk over the course of the past 17 days. He's gonna have to do a lot of work to get them back. But, you know, that's the benefit of being like me and not having much muscle to begin with, because I don't have to worry about that. And I'm not sure what he's saying up there, but like I said before, be sure to check out his version. It'll be the, what do you say, the ADD?
The ADD
comedy version. May lack in some accuracy from time to time, but other than that, it ought to be fun to watch. So thanks for tuning in, and hope you enjoyed sharing this adventure with us. And until next time, get outside.